Hey guys, Veebat here with another V-Plays, and we're taking out the Horten 229 because it's for sale again, and I'm kind of a day late again. Postal's already put out a video not only on this aircraft but also the TU-1. Highly recommend going and checking out his channel as well for a competing perspective, although I think we kind of have the similar points of view. Horten 229, it is a rare aircraft. You used to have to unlock it through doing a series of missions, and it is, yeah, you're right, we need to go there. I'm still going to F2 that, but then I'm going to indicate, yeah, I'm aware, I'm going to go that way. So this is, it's a flying wing. I mean, it was a conceptual aircraft. They didn't actually field this and use it, but this is theoretically what you'd be getting. It has these really long range guns. We are currently using gas operated action based on a theory I have that the increased cooldown rate will allow me to be able to will make it easier for me to do my 1-2-3 shot technique that I've kind of been using, where I'm using 3 shots to try and lock in on a target, and then I'm going to cool off quick enough that I can just unload into this guy. Plus, I'm getting a faster 3 bursts. Oh, somebody just got us. I have a feeling that that is the other Horten. No, it is something else. We got that one. I'm not turning with the spit. I'm trying to turn with the Horten. Okay, let's just try and get some distance. I want to be out of this zone. That's what I want to do. The Horten's guns just have some incredible range. I should know. We are specialized, so we might have a bit of an edge on this guy. So we're going to get some distance, and then we're going to try and turn around and come back on him. We might get lucky here. Okay. Again, we're specialized and set up for maneuvering. Maybe I can make this happen. Maybe. Got him. Oh, that was rough. Rough. But I think the rate of fire and the cooldown is actually helping us out. I would love to get that engine back, though, so I can get back into the mid and help out. That guy would be a good target. He is in the zone. That engine came up. It would be great. Yeah, I kind of saw Nova coming. He wanted some vengeance. Yeah, you're right, man. We do, but we still need to get something else besides a garrison. We're playing with fire here. We do have an RB-17 human-controlled. He is bombing over here, but there's no ground targets left. So, Sand Tiger, just leave, man. Just leave. It's not worth your effort. You can't do anything over there. You can keep tagging it all you want. Oh, that's somebody else. That's not him, but still. It's not worth our time. Here we go. Okay, we're not letting it cool off enough. There we go. We are a bit of an interceptor. And we can really crush a target at range. Got a little greedy with that. We fired more than the typical 3. Bomber is a bigger threat to the capture. There we go. That's what we needed. Now let's go there. Whew. Because the zone's going to be resetting now. Like, there'll be things to shoot, things to bomb. We won't be losing capture with the exception of, like, teammates dying in the sector. Oh, the other reason that I went with gas-operated action with this thing was that with gas-operated action, we actually had a reduction in the negative effects on the accuracy. Getting a little bit of velocity to pull away here. There is a light fighter. I see him. Got him. Nice. Okay, this guy's kind of out of the sector right now. Come on. Patience, patience. That's what we needed. Okay. Uh, 75?
Bomber squadron detected. Engage them immediately.
Nice, nice intercept, nice intercept. I want the bomber flight to be able to do this, so... Nah, not quite. Yeah, I got him. He was never gonna make it anyways. There is the TU-1. He wants me to do what I'm doing. Don't get caught up into a head-on with an aircraft that's got two absolutely ginormous cannons on it, so try and slow down. We're not the best at going slow. Flying through a rat's nest of aircraft. Cool, there we go. IL-10. He should be pretty much done for my team, so I'm just gonna press. What do we got here? Spitfire again. There's the Horten. Okay, we got him, lit him on fire. Knocked him out. Again, we're specialized, so we got a bit of an advantage. Our bomber flight can now break off. We've got that command center. We are going to lose the other one. That was expected. So let's keep our altitude. Just kind of tapping that boost a little bit. We went with the maneuverability build because I realized that with like an 11-second turn time, we actually have the ability to kind of dogfight these heavies a little bit more. And people, I don't think, really expect a Horten to be doing much of that type of gameplay, so... Oh, is that him? Yeah, it is. Let's get some distance. He can still hit me all the way out to this range. So I'm actually just going to get a bit of distance. I'm going to call shots on him. I don't think he's looking at me anymore, but he's just about in my range too right now, so let's... We have like no rudder control because obviously no rudder on this aircraft, but... I wonder if another roll on cool rate would be good. There we go. Not quite us, but... I mean, it was still a majority us. I know this guy's coming for me. I probably should pay a little bit more attention, shouldn't I? What are you? I didn't even get a chance to look. Sea Fang? Eh, not too bad. Are you what I think you are? Yeah, the other 229. Yeah, we're at 14,000 personal points. Now, we are specialized, guys. We're specialized. We're kicked up to the hilt. We're using a very experienced crew because this is an experience grindy aircraft. Credit grinding aircraft. That's what we're kind of here to do with this thing. You really got to figure out how to pull lead with this thing. You'll see in videos where I was flying the TU-1, I was able to do some pretty cool things with that aircraft. Some really good one-shots lined up on targets. But it's not always like that, and sometimes you just have those matches where it just doesn't go quite the way you want it to. There's only a couple of aircraft left. I would love to drag this Spitfire up to high altitude and then just tip the nose over and dive back down on him. What is his play here? Did I light him up? I think I did. He's got defense aircraft on him. He got knocked out. Whoo! Okay, 17k. Not bad. The first match I had wasn't so great. It was actually flip-flopped, but that was more tactics. I tried to get a little bit aggressive, and I went for an enemy mine when I probably should have went for the command center that was closest to spawn. But yeah, it took me at least one match to get back into the mindset of using these guns again, because they're long range, they're high velocity, but they're different than your standard Mark 103s from what I recall. They just feel different than the Mark 103s that you get on like a TA-152 or something. So we'll pull these guns up and I'll talk to you in a second, brother. Oh, what was I doing? Germans, TA-152, Mark 103. Yeah, so we're getting more damage, higher rate of fire, and that's what you're really getting with this thing. So with 210 damage per second, this is another reason that like the TA-152 would theoretically be the same type of, like, you have more guns, but they're all Mark 103s. The difference here is that these are different Mark 103s, and the way that they behave is different, and they're fairly centrally mounted, right? I mean, they're right there and there. Yeah, it even says central. But we're doing 454 damage a second, but we're firing about a round every 0.75 seconds. Am I doing this math right? Maybe. Every 3/4 of a second we're getting a round out, and that's not taking into account the fact that we're running gas operated action. Now you might be tempted to run long barrels, but you're going to overheat those guns, and it's much more of an all or nothing style of play, because you're going to be firing maybe 2-3 burst shots, but you'll immediately be in the red and you're waiting for those guns to cool back off. I did say I went with the maneuverability build because the airspeed is already really good. 527 miles an hour in the straight and level boost, 391 straight and level, 590 in the dive. There were several instances where we dipped the nose and just kind of got the heck out of Dodge. I never was wanting for speed in this match. It performed just fine. And on top of that, the maneuverability boosts, they're just nice to have. I got an 11.2 second turn time. It's not like I'm going to be dogfighting against a 1092 or even an ME209 Alpha, but I will be able to turn with all those other heavy fighters that would be up at this bracket as well. So I can get the turn on them, and I can theoretically turn with like the Corsair F2Gs and stuff. I can play that game a little bit more, and it's easier for me to line up those shots. And we saw me do that on several occasions, and it gave me the advantage going up against another Horten 229. Could you set this up entirely for speed? Absolutely. I have done this for speed with long barrels, and I've had good success with it, but this seems to be playing out better for me. Should you get the Horten 229? I think that's kind of the question that I'm trying to answer here, and I like it. It's a very unique and interesting plane. Your mileage will vary based on how you like this style of gun. If you like the Mark 103 cannons and getting those long shots out, if you've flown the 209 Alpha and you were really using that sniper rifle in the hub and you were having a good time with it, then you'll probably like this aircraft. If you fly the Soviet kind of sniper planes, you might like this aircraft as well. It's just different. It's not the same as any of the other German aircraft that we've come across before. I'd say the next closest thing would be the DO 335, because it has a Mark 103 in the hub. And then you also have two Mark 103s mounted on the BVP 203. So let's go German Premium Tier 8. Yeah, this guy gets two Mark 103s as well, but again, it's going to be the slower rate of fire, a little bit less damage, but you get two of them. So there's some similar ways you could play this, but it has an accompanying set of 15mm cannons and 13mm machine guns. So it's a unique bird. It's neat looking. I got it because that logo looks suspiciously like my own logos. So I really do enjoy the look of this aircraft, the feel of this aircraft. If you like this style of play, I do recommend it. I think you'll enjoy it. But if you don't like this style of play and you don't like this style of gun, I think you'll find it very frustrating. And the last thing I need is for you guys to start resenting the game or resenting me for recommending getting something that you ended up not liking, because it's not like it's a cheap bundle, right? But yeah, expect to see a bunch of these planes out and about. Just be aware that they are still really low number of hit points. They don't have a lot of damage resistance or fire resistance. They will burn up pretty easily, so you can definitely counter them, and they're going to spend a lot of their time doing speed stuff at altitude. If they start dipping down low, that's when you can kind of get the advantage on them and take them out. So just be aware, you'll probably see a bunch of these buzzing around lately, but it doesn't mean everybody knows exactly what they're doing in them, because they probably just picked it up. So kill them or fly them, your choice. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review or re-review of the Horten 229, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.